Our next stop in Belize was to the island of Caye Caulker on May 19, 2022. Caye Caulker is about 20 miles away from Belize City. You can either get there one of two ways, by ferry or by plane. The ferry takes about 30 minutes, and the plane takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Caye Caulker is a very small island with a population of about 2,000 people, and it's only 5 miles long and 1 mile wide. It's a popular tourist spot when people come to Belize to visit, and it's mainly for the backpacker crowd who mainly comes here. But to me, this was by far my favorite part of Belize, as far as where I stayed at. There are only cars in Caye Caulker. The only mode of transportation is either by golf cart or by bicycle. Here you can see it's coming to a stop. This area right here is the private beach that we have for the hotel that I'm staying at, the Isla Resort. And now I'm walking through the hotel area, about to go to my room. Alright, so this is my hotel room right here. It's the outside. This is the hotel room. It's a little resort, so we got our own private little beach and some amenities like canoeing for free and different things like that.
If it starts, like I said, bogging down, can reach. Let's see. Here. Let me hold that for me real quick.
Oh.
Tilt it this way, Cash. If you'll reach up about under here, you'll feel. Hold on. Okay. All right. Where my hand is here, reach that way, and you'll feel like 3 little grates. Nope. Now go straight back.
Okay, right there. Okay.
Can you feel them?
I think so.
Kinda.
Yeah.
You sure?
I think so. Maybe.
Kinda. You feel any
Maybe.
grates at all?
I felt something like a surface.
You did? Okay. If it bogs down, well, and there's another guy that works for us is out there pulling a tube. So if anything happens, honestly, just wave at him, and then we always set back here too. So if we see that you're sitting still, for a few minutes and it just seems a little too long, then we'll come out and check on you. Okay. So to make sure that you're okay.
And what if I was out exploring and I just got lost or something?
Well, you can't get up on it.
Okay.
Again, you can just kind of feel, you'll just balance and then just walk yourself back up on it.
And you got to get out the same way?
No, you can probably fall off this way. But if you want to get off, it's really just getting on. Once you're in the water, it's hard to get back on this way.
Okay.
But
I'm probably not going to be doing nothing too crazy unless I really get the hang of it. So.
Yeah, so you'll get on. What are you going to do with this?
Alright guys, so even though I had a good time riding a jet ski for the first time, it actually ended up being a jet ski from hell. As I was driving, I eventually hit a patch of land or a patch of sand, and the jet ski wasn't working anymore. A complete stranger got out of his boat, docked, and then jumped in the water and swam to me to help me dislodge the jet ski to get it back into the water. At that point, he asked me to take him back to the dock so that he could get back onto his boat, but it wouldn't start up. So he ended up having to jump back into the water and swimming back to the dock. At that point, I ended up being stuck out there for about 40 minutes by myself. I called the company. They ended up sending somebody back out there to tow me back to land. Imagine being on a jet ski and another person's in front of you with another jet ski towing you back to land like a car. Only me. So anyway, after that, they told me everything was fine. They said it was just an issue with the spark plugs. They sent me on my way and everything was fine. Later on that night, however, I ended up getting a email from them saying that I caused over $300 worth of damage to the jet ski, and they wanted to know when I was going to pay for the damage. that point, I kept getting further emails and I kept getting text messages threatening me, saying that they're going to take legal action, saying that even though you're in Belize, my company's based in the United States and I'll still sue you, blah, 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 blah. On top of that, the two cameras that I had with me on the jet ski, my Insta360X2 and my Osmo Pocket 2, both received water damage while I got stranded out there with the jet ski, and they both don't work anymore. So in addition to having to pay for the jet ski, I also had two cameras that don't work anymore that I'm going to have to get fixed or replaced. So at this point of the trip, I wasn't too happy. I talked to the lady about the bill, but there was something else that took place that took precedent over that. I'll get to that a little bit later in this video. That I told her she's just going to have to wait. I don't have time for that. I can't deal with that right now because of something happened once I got back from the trip that, like I said, I'll tell you about a little bit later in this video.
You rented a jet ski from us in Caye Caulker, and I'm just trying to follow up. It seems like you're no longer messaging me through Airbnb. And so really my next recourse is just to have our attorney send you a certified letter with those damages. It is a 10-day notice, meaning if you don't respond within 10 days, then we then file the legal action in court. So again, I'm hoping you want to try to fix this amicably with, some kind of payment arrangement, something, because if not, then, once legal actions pursue, then you'll have to be required to pay attorney fees too, which gets ridiculous. So feel free to give me a call back. This is my personal cell phone. Today is Wednesday, June 1st, about 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, this snorkeling trip was pretty cool. It was my first time snorkeling. I don't even know how to swim, so they had to put a life jacket on me and a little vest thing on me, and then he had like the little flotation device with a string, and I was holding on to it while he was pulling with the strings. I was completely useless, but I did have a lot of fun. It was funny, actually. I booked my hotel and the snorkeling separately and kind of found out the snorkeling site is actually on site, the same site as the hotel. So all I had to do was leave my hotel and just walk right across the street to the private beach. And that's where we took off. Real convenient. During the tour, I was sitting in the front, and I guess I was weighing the boat down too much, so they asked me to sit on the cooler with the drinks in it in the back, which was fine, but because I was in that particular seat, anytime we would hit like a crash of waves, all the water would come flying into my face. So there was points where I was putting the snorkel goggles on my face, and other points where I was going down like this so that so that the water wouldn't get on me, things like that. Another thing that happened is I told you about the other two cameras that got damaged on this tour, but I actually had a third camera get damaged as well. Osmo Action 2. I used it for the snorkeling, and now it's not even working right anymore either. So this was not a good trip for cameras, obviously. The next thing that happened was when the tour was over and we were on our way to head back to shore, the boat broke down. So we were stuck, just like I was stuck yesterday with the jet ski for 40 minutes. We were stuck out at sea for about 40 minutes with the boat until another boat came. I guess they gave us a jump or something, and then we were on our way. Again, great tour, had a lot of fun. Would I do it again? I'm not sure, but it was cool.
Did he bite your hand?
These are a little soft, so. They don't have no manners.
No manners. Alright guys, this is the final hotel. I'm in San Pedro, Belize. Only staying here for one night because I'm only visiting San Pedro for a night. I still have a hotel in Caye Caulker that I have to go back to. But as you can see, cool, fully furnished kitchen, refrigerator and all. And also this is the bathroom. Moving along. Next up is the first bedroom. Alright. Little lights up there. Cool. Alright. And then after that, here is the second bathroom. For the master bedroom. And then down the hall is the other bedroom. And that pretty much does it. It's a shame because, and then this is a third bathroom here. It's a shame because somebody was supposed to be coming with me, so I get all these beds and bathrooms to myself, but it's cool. I won't complain. So then, let's go visit the town of San Pedro. I have a food tour coming up at 11 a.m., so I'll get back to you shortly.
And son-in-law, their names are Manuel and Shelly, so that's how they came up with the name Manelis, alright? So everything that they sell here, they make it right here. So today you guys get to taste their ice cream, alright? I'm gonna let you guys know what the flavors are. You guys will let me know what you want to try. Ready? Yes. Alright guys, so the flavors are vanilla, rum and raisin, coconut, Oreo, Cookie Monster, chocolate, Chunky Monkey, strawberry, and chocolate chips.
Food tour was cool. I thought there wasn't going to be too many of us, but actually there was a group of about 6 black women who was on the tour as well. They all came to Belize with their girlfriend. It was her 50th birthday, so they all came down together to show support. They were very sweet, nice to me. I had a good time. Hit up about 7 different spots. The last one I didn't put in the video, we hit up like the little place where they make chocolate in San Pedro, because I didn't record enough of it. It was too short. That chocolate was kind of expensive though, but that's another story.
We started to taste the rum creams. This guy here, okay, he's the champion. Good. That's the coconut rum cream. Okay. Claras. Any way you could feel this is good, okay? It's not a party rum. It's like an after dinner dessert rum. That's how it goes.
We're gonna get a beef taco for you, the carne asada, and for my guests, my vegetarian, the beans and cheese taco, okay? So the taco you guys will be tasting here today is the real traditional pork taco. It's a Mayan taco. Normally we'll just make it for like Christmas and New Year's for real special occasion because it's a lot of work, okay? That pork meat is cooked underground for about 8 hours, and you guys will be getting that in a handmade contour video, okay? It's a lot of work to make it, so a lot of these places out here, they don't have it available. And if they do, it's not the real deal, okay? Here, Miss Lydia, her husband, he digs that hole, he got her the rag, he put it under in the hole, and he puts some well-seasoned pork meat, cover it up with banana leaves or plantain leaves, put firewood on top, you light it up, and then leave it there to cook for about 8 hours. So that's what you guys will be tasting here today, okay? For drinks, they only have the regular Belgian beer and sodas and water. So
Where are y'all staying?
Anyway, after the food tour, I just went back to my hotel and I went to sleep, charged up my devices, and I stayed in for most of the day because it was too hot and I was beat after eating all that food and walking in the hot sun for all that time. Later on, I went to a restaurant and ate again, so I really didn't get to do too much in San Pedro. I wanted to go to the secret beach everyone raves about, but I didn't have time to do that either. So maybe next time. So basically, honestly, all I can say about San Pedro is all I did was eat, really. After that, I went back to Caye Caulker for my final day in Belize. Alright guys, so I told you all that I wasn't too concerned about the jet ski lady and her threats, and there was a reason behind that. Well, the reason behind that is that the day after I got back home from Belize, my mother had passed away. So obviously that takes priority and precedent over everything else. The jet ski lady was the least of my concerns at that point. I did let her know what was going on. She said she was willing to work with me and would get back to me in a couple of weeks. I do appreciate that. Having said that, I want to dedicate this episode to my mother. It was always fun being around her, telling her on the next trips that I'm going to or showing her my videos because she would always just roll her eyes. She didn't understand why I was doing all of that stuff, and especially like the bucket list, dangerous stuff such as parasailing, snorkeling, skydiving, things of that nature. So it'll be bittersweet not being able to see her reactions and her rolling her eyes when I tell her about these things. I traveled to a lot of places, seen a lot of beautiful things, but my mom has traveled to the ultimate place, the most beautiful place in the world or on the planet or in the universe now. So I actually kind of envy her now. Hopefully I'll be able to go there one day and join her. But again, like I said, I want to dedicate this episode to my mother.